Hello and welcome back to the railway. This week we're going to have a look at trying Hornby's point-operated coloured light signals. Now these were available from 1966 to 67, a very short time, and they were item number R.263. This was a variation on an earlier coloured light signal set, RT405, available 62 to 69. But firstly we'll just follow the saddle tank here back to the sidings with this short rake of goods wagons. Now the saddle tank was model number R153, available 1956 to 62. A gentle stop here just after points number 1. We'll switch those and back into the sidings. Now we'll leave these wagons here and we'll separate them with a uncoupling ramp there. Back beyond number 1 and we'll switch that. And back we go. And we'll go off just beyond points 18 there, and then we'll be able to switch those and bring her up onto the turntable. Now the saddle tank was available as a clockwork variant from 1957 to 59 in a black livery, just like the one we see here. And in 1959 to 63 she became available in a green and black livery as part of the primary series, and she was model number R255. Now once we've got the saddle tank fully rotated, we'll be able to take her back into the engine shed. And we're almost there. There we go. And then gently back into the shed, nice and smoothly. And then we're going to switch points 17 and number 16, and then we'll bring out the EMU smoothly off. That distinctive sound of those ribbed wheels on the steel track. And then we'll close points 18 behind her. Just approaching the station now, and I think we'll bring the EMU to a gentle stop here. This is possibly the sort of place we could install coloured light signals, so I think it's about time we had a look at some. The original colour light signal set came along in 1962 in the Trying Railways period and went well on into the Trying Hornby period. And here we've got RT405 colour light signal set. We've got a price of 15 and 6 on quite a large sticky label there. Looking at the box though, we can see that it was intended for TT scale as well. So we've got the yellow side to the box, and then we've got the red side to the box. So originally when it was released, it was thought that this could be used for both 00 scale and the TT scale. So we'll just put that to one side, and what you would get in the box would be one colour light signal, and they're quite nice. Lovely little ladders there and an aluminium post, and here we can see where the wiring would go. I've got the bulbs out of this one at the moment. It's ready to have LEDs put in it, so we'll just put that to one side. So you've got one of those, and then we've got the clip fit accessory there, and that will just clip into the track, and the signal will just sit onto that, and you get the yellow lever frame switch, and that's just an on-on switch. So we'll just put that to one side, and here we have one all wired up, so we can see it's just clipped into the track. We've got the cables in there, and then if we throw the switch we can change the colour. There we go, and then we can change it back. The set we've spoken about earlier, which is R263, point operated signal, and this one is for a right-handed point. Now these were sold left-handed and right-handed, but the switch in question can be converted, can be made to run left or right-handed. There are instructions in the box. So in this box we got a number of things. We didn't get the lever frame because the signal's controlled by the point switch. So we've got the clip fit base and the signal. Nice little things, lovely looking bulbs, but they don't last very long, which is why I've switched to LEDs in these. So we'll just pop that down, just put those to one side, and then there's quite a lot of cabling. This is all still in the original packaging. We'll just pop that over there. Let's have a quick look at the instructions. There we go, point operated signals, R.263L and R.263R. So they could be used both ways round. So I've switched it from the inside of there, and we've got some wiring diagrams. So we'll just pop that down, and here we've got the original switch, still wrapped up with its original cabling in the original cellophane. So I had some of these for quite a while. I've got one of each, a left and a right, but I never had the heart to open them and have a play with them. And recently I came across a switch which has already been opened, so I've got it wired up. Let's have a look. So I've opted to use one of these little micro switches because I get a much more positive throw on the point switch. So we'll just see if we can switch this and see the colour change. Wrong direction. So we can see the two colours change from side to side. That's quite a nice little thing, but they seem to be quite hard to get hold of, so I haven't really installed them on the layout yet. And it's also where to put them, because there are so many upright posts on my layout, they sort of get lost. Great little thing. Lots of spaghetti to go with this. Lots and lots of wiring. So we'll just put these to one side. Now this switch should control the points, but you don't get a really positive throw out of it when you switch it. It's quite lethargic, and it sometimes causes a misfire. Now we'll just have a look at these from a slightly different angle. So when I change the point, we can see the signals will change. There we go. And if I flip that back the other way, you can see that insert picture. You can see that point switch in operation there. Quite an optimistic thing for 1966 to 67. And between the point switch and the signals themselves, there are so many contact points that cannot work. It's untrue. It is an optimistic setup, I think. It's one of the reasons I haven't been that serious about getting them installed, but I feel I should get at least one example on the layout. Here we've got the little switch. I don't know whether we can see we've got Triang's name there and the model number R.263. It's a very basic thing, but quite optimistic, I think, for 1966 to 67. And this one sadly doesn't work. And this just slides backwards and forwards, but there's a little curvature in this. I don't know whether it's happened over age or what, but it's too much friction for the point motor to throw. I've tried lots of different point motors and I can't get this switch to work, sadly. Let's see if we can just remove the slider. There we go. And it's this little brass contact here, brass or copper. There, that does the trick. You see it's got these two little tabs on it, and that changes the colour of the light. And so there is a slight bend in that. You can just see that. I had that in hot water and tried to flatten it out, and it just springs back like that. So it may have been like that all its life, but certainly can't get this switch to work. Spent hours on it. I think we'll get back to the railway. Illuminated head code looking excellent there as she leaves the station. Now the EMU was model number R156 for the power car and R225 for the dummy car. The centre coach was Triang's suburban coach, and that was model number R.263. These models were all available between 1957 and 1964. We've got the stop there at points 18, and we'll open those, and we'll take her back into the sidings here, past the turntable. Now I think this is a really terrific shot as she slows down along the line here towards the buffer stop. Really nice. We'll switch point 16 and then we'll bring out the EM2. Now she's named Electra and she's model number R351. She was available in this livery between 1961 and 65. Switch points 18 behind her. Now I'm going to leave you this week with page 25 of the 1966 catalogue, where the point operated signal was first available. I'll try and work out where I'm going to install them on the layout. And thank you for watching. If you look back again next week, we'll have a look at something else from this Triang Railways Triang Hornby period. Goodbye now.